through this whole thing, me running away, going through the motions of being with that side, um, I noticed how they were judgmental. I lost my virginity at 16. At that time, Pops had a little crib for like a month, but I wasn't comfortable with telling him. Mind you, I'm still looking for the attention. I'm noticing we ran away and we still didn't get no attention. Why did we run? Like, come on, I'm looking for it and you didn't give it to me. So yeah, I was at that time. It was way worse with boys. When I lost my virginity, I just needed to feel validated so bad. I was just fucking like, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm like, thank you, cause you really love me. That's why we fucking. You love me too, cause we don't. And so it was weird, but it got to a point where I'm like, so now why did you just? Why are you fucking like? But then I had to realize it's for validation. I want to feel validated. Like I haven't. I want to feel loved. I want attention. Like pay attention to me. So I feel like that was my way of a boy. I was justifying. Yeah, this is your way of paying attention to me, showing me you fuck with me or stuff like that.
The classic black girl loss, no guidance, no attention, raised in a bad environment. Um, the title of this, and I was able to skim through a little bit because I had to find the exact spot of what you guys wanted me to review. And of course, I'm going to put a link in the description of, or not a link up in the description, but a link to their channel in the description because I always want to give content creators credit for putting together dope content. But she's basically breaking down a classic story of single mothers, single baby mamas, ran away from home, looking for validation, don't have no guidance, tapped in with a father that was running a trap house, women getting with men that they shouldn't get with that already have multiple different children, no level of responsibility, father ain't around, living with auntie, grandma living with auntie, grandma trying to give some kind of guidance while living with auntie, father just got a crib, she looking for validation, going to get with boys, so now she looking for some kind of love with a bunch of other people, and the only way that she feel like she can give it is by giving her body. And then we gonna hold her accountable later when the children is ultimately, the ones that pay for the sins of their parents. And it's unfortunate that we always see this story, and it's never going to be a generational curse broken because it's getting exponentially worse considering that the ones that's giving all of the advice are women that are broken that still don't have the results. And so, yes, we are sympathetic, and yes, you can use this as a cautionary tale and as an example. But guess what? Guess what? You still don't get the results. You still don't get the happy bowl. You don't get the white picket fence. You don't get none of that. And then, a lot of these people that grow up and then they start, having conversations. I'm not saying her in particular because I don't know who this woman is. I guess her name is Sanaya Williams. They tell their story, right? But then there's still no solution outside of holding other people accountable or trying to blame their problems on, or society blaming problems on other people, including men, because we don't learn from it. We just use it as entertainment. And we see this happening time and time and time again. And now you got a lot of these people getting a microphone, even though they don't necessarily have the results, and it just gets worse. It just gets way, way worse.
That wasn't it at all.
I mean, I gotta give you a little credit because you waited a little longer than I thought you did. Because you said once you got to high school, you kind of got into that mode of like
Mhm.
sitting in butt pics and stuff. So
Mhm.
I mean, 16 is still early, but like from like I'm taking myself to the mindset that you had and how easily manipulated you could have been back
Mhm.
then.
So
So
was
for 16, okay.
yeah. Yeah, 16. That's when it.
So when you say they're judgmental, what do you mean?
um, that's how I go by Christians. They love this title Christian, so you can't cuss, you can't lose your virginity, you just can't with them. So when it came to me losing my virginity, I told the grandma, and at this time I'm thinking she's my safe place. I'm
Okay.
thinking she done created this space for me to where I can come to her. Um, I
And let's
think
be clear, I don't know where y'all got this term safe place were from, But you a child. You need to be held accountable. You need to get disciplined. You need to understand that your actions are wrong. And so, I think that Christians get a bad rap because they think that people are supposed to be your friend. No, they're supposed to be your parent. This is something that your mama should have held you back from and protected you from. And your father should have been in your life if your parents had chose better and you had been raised in the right type of environment. But I don't know where y'all got this safe place word from, but I'm not rocking with it. I'm not
About
rolling.
anything. That's literally what I thought. Like, I come to her about anything. She won't tell nobody. This is beautiful. Like, she put it on. She made you feel like she wouldn't tell nobody your business. But then it got to a certain point to where, as I got older, as the months went by, I noticed family members was talking about me, and I'm like, wait.
Facts.
Like, it was a one incident. I told grandma, like, yeah, I got something. I got me a little STD. Confidential. I'm like, I can trust her. Like, she created. Like, can't nobody tell me nothing about her. And then some weeks later, it's like, me and my cousin got into it, and she's like, oh, that's why you had a oh, baby. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, wait. Because who told you that? Because I only told grandma. So then you go back to grandma, like, yeah, grandma, why she throw that up in my face? I didn't tell her that. She must have just made it up. You know you told her that. Like, why are you lying? So it got to a point to where it's like, me just noticing how I tell her a lot of stuff. Now the family knows what Sanaa's going through, and over the years I'm peeping. I'm missing my mama as I'm getting older. I'm on Snapchat like, "Mama, happy birthday! I miss you." They don't know this, but me and my sisters, know this. Like, um, so I just peeped a lot of stuff, how they move, how they talk about each other behind each other's back, but they love each other. But you love me, but you talking about, so it just didn't make sense. As I got older, a lot of the stuff they were doing didn't make sense, and I wasn't messing with it. Like, it was a point in time where me and my sisters was finna run away from them. We like, yeah, where we gonna go? Maybe an Airbnb. At this point, like, literally.
Did you
So
have money?
at the time, y'all was working.
Oh,
Yeah, this
okay.
is after we getting older. It was like, where we gonna go now? Like, hey, y'all, we finna get a telly first. Like, not even old enough, just
Yeah.
trying to leave. Like, so, yeah, just definitely notice how they was moving. I'm like, no, nah. And then when I turned 19, um, I was already distant because everybody knew my business, and I only told her my business, so it was kind of heartbreaking. It was like, damn, I ran away. It was just me just thinking back. I ran away. I went through all of this for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you serious? Like, I was disappointed in myself. Like, I wanted to give up. I'm like, nah. But then I got little sisters to fight for. I'm like, damn, I bring y'all with me. I can't just end it.
And so now she playing mama while at the same time trauma bonding and trying to solve for her own issues while she texting her mama Snapchatting and grandma is being a de facto mama while living with auntie. See how dysfunctional this culture is? You see we there's so much work for people to do on themselves, and we got so much to do before we start pointing the finger and trying to hold somebody else accountable. It's crazy.
Like that.
Yeah.
I can't. That's retarded to me. Um, and then finally, like last year of February, if I'm not mistaken, Grandma got a crib. This whole time we're staying with Auntie. Auntie house got like 10 people in it. But
Before you go there,
mm,
because I see where you're going. You said something else. We got to touch before the. How'd you deal with that STD?
my grandma took me to the clinic to get it cleared up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it
What
was
did you know? What fella?
yeah, yeah,
How'd you deal with him?
cut him off. But then I started back talking to him. I just liked the attention. Like, you buying me food, you taking me around. It was just like, I didn't have sex with him no more,
Okay.
but definitely was like, can you buy me food? Like, can you still be here for me even though you hurt me? Can you still be here for me?
Yeah, we all broken. Not me in particular, but culturally, all of these women are broken, bro. They are. I was telling somebody on a live stream the other day that the qualifications for a wife, because eventually this woman will try to get married or probably look to get married and all of that. And the qualifications of a wife, and I was explaining how, the earlier, especially considering the way that we promote and people are trauma bonding, the earlier you get to somebody as far as getting married earlier, the better chance that you have of not adopting or getting them in a broken place to where they basically become interdependent on you in order to fix them, especially if you the good guy. But it's getting to the point to where it's basically like it's getting worse. It's getting way, way worse. So again, I'm gonna definitely make sure that I put a link in the description back to the content creator in order to give credit, because I always like to make sure that I give credit, whether I agree or whether I don't agree. But I think that this is more often than not the very this is the prototype of what you will then deal with as a woman, or as a man dealing with women aging into their 20s, or if I think she probably in her early 20s, going into their 30s, and then trying to figure it all out as they go. Wow, they have children also, and then they already had STDs and everything like that. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. I can't wait to read y'all comments, man.